Welcome to part 3 of the Nessie the Jellyfish tutorial. In this video, we're going to be making the bottom half of the head and adding the face on. We're going to start off by weaving in the end tail of the head. So grab the tail piece, it's in the center on the other side, and grab your yarn needle that came in your kit. A trick to threading the needle easily is to fold the yarn in half and then kind of wiggle it through the needle. If you just stick the end through the needle, you're probably going to fray it and it's probably going to be a little bit tricky to get it on. Go ahead and flip your head inside out and pull on the tail as hard as you can to really tighten the middle ring. And now you're just going to poke your needle through little holes in the top. It doesn't really matter what holes you put it into, just go back and forth in different holes. I like to do this about 6 or 7 times to secure the end. This process is called weaving in the ends, and what it does is to secure the tail and make sure that the tail doesn't come unraveled. Once you're happy with how many times you've woven in the end, you can cut the tail to trim it off. Now we're going to carry on with the head. So now we are on round 10. So insert your hook into the loop, and we're going to start off by making 2 single crochets. So make 1 single crochet and mark your stitch. And then in the next stitch, we're going to place another single crochet. And now we're going to be doing what's called an invisible decrease. And what that is combining 2 stitches together. So before we were increasing, adding stitches, and now we're going to take them away. So if you look at the stitch, it looks like a V. There's a back loop and a front loop. Again, back loop and front loop. We are going to be working in the front loop to do our decrease. So in the next stitch, insert your hook into the front loop only. It's going to look like this. This is what it would look like if you insert it into the entire stitch, and that is not what we're doing. So go into the front loop only, and then immediately we're going to go into the next stitch's front loop. So grab that front loop, and now we've got 2 stitches on our hook. So yarn over and pull through. And then yarn over again and pull through. So that just combined 2 stitches together. So make a single crochet in the next stitch. Another single crochet in the next stitch. And another decrease, so front loop only, and in the next stitch beside it, go in the front loop only of that one too. Yarn over and pull through, and then yarn over again and pull through the 2 loops on your hook, and 2 single crochets again, so that's 1 and 2, and then decrease, so front loop only, yarn over, pull through, yarn over again, and pull through. We're going to repeat this pattern until we get back to the stitch marker. So single crochet, decrease. And what we're doing in this pattern is an invisible decrease. An invisible decrease means the front loop only. In regular crochet, you might be doing a decrease a little bit differently. But when you're doing any type of amigurumi project or a stuffed animal, something like that, I always recommend doing the invisible decrease because it's much less noticeable and it just makes the project look better. And you'll know if you've done this round right if you end the round on an invisible decrease. Here you can see what the decrease did. It's making the head a little bit smaller and it's bringing it inward. So for the next round, round 11, we're just going to be placing 1 single crochet in each stitch around the circle. So in round 10, we ended up with 24 stitches because we decreased 8 times. And this round is 24 stitches around. Round 12 is going to be another round of decreasing, so remove your stitch marker. We're going to place 1 single crochet in the next stitch. And mark that stitch. And now we're going to be placing a decrease. So again, that's the front loop only of the next 2 stitches. So go into the next front loop, and then immediately go into the next stitch's front loop. And yarn over, pull through, yarn over again and pull through. So the pattern of this round is a single crochet decrease all the way around. So again, the decrease is front loop of the next stitch and then front loop of the next stitch again. Yarn over, pull through, yarn over again, and pull through. Now a single crochet, decrease. And keep repeating this pattern until we get back to the stitch marker. You'll know if you ended this round correctly if you end it on a decrease. So we went from having 24 stitches to now having 16 stitches. And the head is getting even smaller. So that was our last round of decreasing, and now for the next row we're just going to be placing 1 single crochet in each stitch around. That's going to give us 16 single crochets at the end of the round. And now we're done doing any decreasing, so you can remove the stitch marker at this point. And we're gonna put the face on the jellyfish, so grab the safety eyes that are in the envelope in your yarny box. Just make sure on your jellyfish the eyes are going on the opposite side of where your stitch marker was. And place the safety eyes a little bit lower than halfway up the head. It doesn't really matter where you put the eyes, just put them wherever you'd like. I like to have them fairly close together. And just make sure the eyes are sitting on the same row so that they don't turn out to be wonky. And now that they're on, you can put on the backs, and all you have to do is just click that back down and it will secure the eye onto the jellyfish. Now that the eyes are on, we can make the mouth. So grab the black piece of yarn that's in your box and thread your needle with it. And now look for 2 holes in the middle of the eyes that are symmetrical. I like to make the smile just under the eyes, but you can make it wherever you'd like. So stick your needle through 2 holes like this and pull the yarn through. Now stick your needle in the very first hole that you went into and have it come out the bottom of the head. And now you can leave the smile like this if you want a grumpy looking jellyfish. I think that's super cute, but I'm gonna give mine a smile. So I'm gonna go in behind and put my needle just under where the line is in the center, about a row down. And now just pop the yarn over your needle and push the needle the rest of the way through. And now you can put your needle back in the exact same hole it just came out of. And now he's got a little smile. And now we're gonna weave in the other end, so thread the needle with the other string that's hanging out. And poke it through the same hole it's coming out of. Now we can tie the 2 ends together to make sure that the smile is secured. And I like to trim the ends off just so that it's a little bit cleaner and easier to work with. And there you have the face on. We're ready to finish the head now. So in the next stitch, we're going to be placing a half double crochet in the front loop only. So remember how there's a front and a back loop? We're going in the front loop only. And for a half double crochet, we're going to yarn over before we insert our hook. So before inserting your hook, grab the yarn, insert your hook in the front loop only, yarn over again and pull through. Now you've got 3 loops on your hook. So we're going to yarn over again and pull through all 3 loops on your hook. And that is a half double crochet. And now we're going to yarn over and insert your hook in the exact same hole. Yarn over, pull through. Yarn over, pull through all 3 loops. So we are going to make 4 of these in this exact same hole. So yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over again and pull through. And now one more time in the same hole. And that completes the first little wave of the bottom of the head. And now we're going to make a slip stitch in the next stitch. So in the front loop only of the next stitch, insert your hook, yarn over, and we're going to pull that yarn through the loop on our hook immediately, and that is a slip stitch. Now in the next stitch, we're going to be placing 4 half double crochets again. So yarn over, pull through, yarn over again, pull through all 3 loops, yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over again, pull through all 3 loops. Do that twice more, so that's 3 and 4. And now in the next stitch, we're going to be placing a slip stitch. And now in the next stitch, we're going to be doing another slip stitch. So insert your hook, grab the yarn and pull it through. And we're going to repeat this pattern over and over again. So 4 half double crochets in the front loop only of the next stitch, And then in the front loop only of the next stitch, we're going to be placing a slip stitch. So 4 half double crochets again. And then a slip stitch. And just keep doing this until you get to the very last stitch that hasn't been worked into yet. Now we are completed the head and your jellyfish has a roughly little edge on her. So go ahead and cut the yarn, leave a pretty long tail. I'd say leave about 12 inches or so. And then to fasten off, I'm just going to insert my hook in the next available stitch and make a slip stitch. And then pull the yarn all the way through and tighten. And now our jellyfish head is complete. Part 4 will be in the description of the video, and I will meet you over there to finish off the jellyfish. In part 4, we're going to do the bottom of the head and make all the tentacles. I'll see you there.